Hi there, this is Kristen Barnett, Director of Kristen's Dream Team, and I am so glad that you have joined us for today's lesson on how to have a powerful party start and finish. Now, there will be a separate video on how to coach your hostess and also how to have a powerful party in general, more of the technique of the party itself, but this particular video is going to be all about the start of the party, like the opening, and the closing of the party and making sure you really master those skills so you will walk out of that party feeling refreshed with lots of new bookings, lots of new business, lots of referrals, and lots of sales. So thank you so much for watching this. And what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through a couple different steps and some things I wanted to share with you from my personal experience of holding many parties over the last 7 years in my business. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of pretend like that we're at a party here, and I might use a couple of example names just so you can follow along. But a couple of things that you're going to want to make sure that you get together, if you don't already, is your journey book, which could be a photo album, anything like that, and I'll explain that here in just a second. A roll of tickets, let's see, I'm looking at my notes here. Journey book, roll of tickets, and another little just gift to give at your parties that has to do with this roll of tickets. And then, of course, your flip chart and all the other material that come in your starter kit. So what we're going to do is I wanted to explain this. Now, you may be thinking, what in the world is a journey book? Well, the whole point of a journey book is instead of just telling your story in Mary Kay through words, it is much more meaningful. You know, women, we tend to really gravitate towards pictures. So what you want to do is make sure you put one of these together ASAP. And all it is, and I'll just kind of flip through mine real quick, but I just have pictures in mine of my family, my friends. Basically what you want to do is tell your I story in pictures. So I think I got this little thing at like TJ Maxx. You can get any type of small photo album, preferably one that can fit in your purse. And that way you can take it with you to not only the parties and facials you do, but to eventually team building appointments and things like that. And what you want to do is tell your story before Mary Kay, your current story in Mary Kay, kind of what you're looking forward to, and then your future as far as your goals and what you're looking forward to. And I won't go through this whole thing, but I'll just kind of explain just to give you an idea. What I always share with mine is before Mary Kay, I was a college student, so I share this picture of me in college here, actually on graduation day, and then my friends. I went to University of Tennessee. Sorry, this got a glare here. And so before Mary Kay, I was a college student. Mary Kay was the absolute last thing I ever thought I would do. In fact, when my friend approached me about Mary Kay on graduation day from college, well, before that, she approached me. I started laughing. I said, I cannot believe you would do something like Mary Kay with a college degree. So I was like their worst nightmare. I was very negative about it, and it wasn't anything against Mary Kay. It was just that I'd never tried the products, and I had that sort of, you know, thing that people do when they can't find anything else to do type concept of Mary Kay. And at the time, I was 22 years old, so I really thought I was almost too good to do something like that, especially with a college degree. But I learned pretty quick that it's not as easy to get a job out of college as you would think. And so basically, I had moved to Nashville. And I was also extremely shy. So I've got a quote in here about belief, because that was one thing I had very little of, especially in myself. So I moved to Nashville. I literally knew no one, and I started Mary Kay from complete scratch, basically just so I could get enough experience on my resume to go get a real job, or so I thought. So my family, so I have a picture of my mom and then my sisters here. And they were not very supportive either at the beginning. You know, they said the same thing. I cannot believe you went to college for 4 years and now you're just going to sell lipstick. Well, little did they know and little did I know that now 7 years later, I found my passion, my ultimate dream job, and I'm so happy. I've got a picture of my dad in here and my dog Paris, who is my child for the time being. And really in Mary Kay, I love how much it's centered around personal growth. This is actually a picture right here. Sorry, I'm getting used to this little camera thing. This is a picture of me at my very first seminar in Mary Kay in Dallas. I'd only been in Mary Kay for about a month. And this is a picture of my friend who got me into Mary Kay, Allison Ford. We were in the same sorority together. And this is a picture of our team, or a couple pictures of our team here from a few years ago at seminar. And one of the things, too, I love about Mary Kay is how much fun we have. This is a picture of us just acting silly. This is a picture of one of our slumber parties we had. And then we also get to dress up, kind of live out our little girl dreams in our gowns, and you get to ride in the limos. And It's so neat to dream again. I don't think any other job really ever teaches you to do that at all. It's the opposite. This is a picture of all the diamond rings that our Ford area won the first year seminar that I went to. So Mary Kay is very jewelry and recognition motivated. They're always giving you constant praise, support, and then also some wonderful trips, diamonds, things that women wouldn't go out and buy themselves that they love to have. I personally happen to be very travel motivated. So when I was a consultant, I earned a trip to Chicago, a free trip. And then I've been to San Diego on a Mary Kay trip, Las Vegas. And then I have a picture of my husband, Rich. He's one of my biggest supporters, and this is our house here at the beach. We're so very blessed to be able to live walking distance to the beach. And this was at our wedding last May, Rich being kind of silly with the bridesmaids down there. And this was our couple of our wedding pictures. So it's been kind of neat that I've been through every phase of my business, from single, supporting myself, moving to Florida, knowing no one again for the second time, and then now newly married. And we actually just earned our 5th free car in Mary Kay, which is our first pink Cadillac. So I have a picture of myself standing next to the Cadillac CTS. I'm so excited about it. It is an amazing car, and it's free, so you can't beat that. And I have a neat little quote up here that says, "Dream what you want to dream, go where you want to go, be what you want to be, because you only have one life and one chance to do all the things you want to do." And then I ended my journey book with a picture of the Eiffel Tower, because Paris happens to be my favorite place on earth. And one of my goals ultimately is to be able to run the half marathon in Paris. Now, I will tell you, I made this journey book about a year ago, so I haven't recently updated it. There's some other kind of lifelong goals and dreams that I want to add to it. But you get the general idea. So if you haven't done this already, make sure that you create your very own journey book with, again, sort of your past, what you did before Mary Kay, and currently, like what you're looking forward to right now, and then future. And that's where you can really involve your family and your goals, Mary Kay and non-Mary Kay. So first and foremost, make sure you do that. And what you want to do is, let's say you have a party with 4 women, and let's say Sally's your hostess. And so what you want to do is watch the other video on coaching the hostess, because there's a whole process before the party even starts that you really want to make sure that you master, as far as really taking her as your business partner, getting her a hostess packet, and working with her to make the party a success before it even starts. So make sure you watch that video. But for right now, what we're going to do is talk about opening the party with power. So let's say Susie is your hostess, and you've got 3 of her friends coming over for a party or skincare class, and they're all sitting around the table. Everyone has their own individual mirror and of course, their customer profile and beauty book. And what you want to do is basically just start out by sharing your journey book, and that's the way that you can share your personal journey, your story with Mary Kay. And then what I like to do after that is get to know Susie a little bit more, because a lot of times some of her really good friends are there. So make a really, really big deal out of your hostess. You want to make her feel like $1,000,000. I mean, for many reasons. Of course, we always want to make women feel great about themselves, but also you're going to have a better repeat hostess and customer if she walks out of there feeling so very special. So what I like to do is go around the room and first of all present Susie with her hostess gift, whatever you personally decide that may be. One thing I always do for my hostesses is I will personally monogram the roll-up bag. So that's pretty neat to be able to present her with that. And at that point, all of her friends are saying, ooh, ah, and that's a great way to kind of plant the seed to get future bookings for parties. And what you want to do is just thank Susie again so much in front of her hostess, and you want to go around the room and have each of her friends tell you at least one nice thing about Susie. And most of the time we realize that it turns into a lot more than one nice thing. And by the time it gets around to Susie again, sometimes, I've had parties where people are tearing up because they just feel so special. And I think that is so awesome to do that. It makes Susie feel so great and makes her feel like $1,000,000 and really boost her self-confidence and her self-esteem. So go around the room, have everyone say at least one nice thing or one compliment about Susie, and then you say something yourself. And then, like I said, you just want to, thank her again so much for getting her friends together, and kind of explain to the ladies at the party that the way it's going to work is today's appointment is going to be the first of 2 appointments. Just tell them that because you know they're busy, you want to be respectful of their time, and you also don't want to overwhelm them with too much product and too much information, that today's appointment is going to be sort of the meat and potatoes of Mary Kay, meaning that you're going to focus on the skincare and a quick dash out the door look. So that way, you know, they're going to be getting treated to our fabulous anti-aging skincare, and then a quick look that they can kind of dash out the door with, and then you're going to be booking everyone for a second follow-up appointment, which I've heard it called a checkup from the neck up, a second appointment. I personally like to call it a PMS appointment. That stands for personalized makeover session, because everyone laughs at that. They think it's funny and they think it's cute. And one little tip here, as women especially, we have to hear something 7 times on average before it really sinks in. So you want to bring up the word second appointment or PMS appointment at least 7 times during that party. Because I will tell you from experience, it is far better to do a party or a facial and have 0 sales and get a booking than have a party with $300 in sales and no bookings. Because every time that you go to a party and you don't get any bookings, you are leaving at least, I would say, you know, $300, $400, $500 at least on the table because of all the future things that will come from that. So, and that's actually very minimal. You're probably leaving thousands if you think about all the referrals from those parties. So you want to make sure that your utmost focus is, number 1, for everyone to have fun and feel great, and then number 2, to walk out of there with as many bookings as you can. And then the sales will naturally come, because as we know, the products sell themselves. So you explain to everybody that part of your job being a personal, their personal beauty consultant, is that you're going to set up a personalized second appointment for them, and that's where you're going to do all the color and makeup consultation part, where they will learn a lot more about makeup, about colors, about what looks best on them. And so you want to make sure that you bring that up at least 7 times, and then when you close the party individually with people, you can go ahead and book them. And you never want to ask the question, do you want to get together for your second appointment? You want to say, when would you like to get together for your appointment? You just always want to assume that everyone wants to get together with you again. Why not? You know, you're offering an awesome service, and if you go into the mall anytime, you will always see women lined up at the makeup counters getting their makeup done and learning more about application and makeup in general. So that's why that second appointment is so important. So you explain that at the beginning of the party, and then what you want to do after that is explain why you have tickets. Now, what I would recommend, you don't have to have these, but these work great. I go to Walmart or Office Max, just buy a basic roll of tickets. Make sure you get the ones that have 2, so you can tear off one and then give the other one to the person. And the reason why I do tickets is, you know how women are. They love to win things, and you want to really engage them in the party, make it fun. Don't make it seem like some boring class, you know. So what I do is I give out tickets for lots of different things. I give out tickets for, I tell them to pull out their purse, and they get a ticket for every lipstick or gloss they have in their purse, and they get an extra ticket if it's Mary Kay. And I mean, there's some women who have like 10 lipsticks in their purse, and that's just sort of an icebreaker. But the best thing to do with tickets is, after you've done your journey book and after you've kind of told your story of how you got into Mary Kay, you can go ahead and say, okay, you know, I'm still learning in my business, and I'm always looking for sharp women's feedback. So this is the time to ask any questions you've ever wanted to know about Mary Kay, the company. So anything that you've been curious about, anything that you've ever wanted to know, now's the time, and I will give you a ticket for each question that you ask. And that instantly gets people engaged and gets them asking questions. And you'd be shocked. I've had people ask me right off the bat, how do you become a consultant? And, you know, all kind of interesting questions that in turn I was able to book them for follow-up sharing appointments, and then even get team members out of that just by them asking initial questions at the party to get something as simple as a ticket. So that's one of the ways they get tickets. Also, like I said, you can play little games like the purse game and the lipstick game to kind of make it more fun. And then I also give them tickets. I give them 10 tickets for booking a party. I give them 5 tickets for booking a sharing appointment with me, which is a practice marketing call or a team building appointment with your director. And then I also give them tickets when they book their follow-up appointment with me as well, their PMS appointment. And then I give them a ticket for every $10 they spend, and if they purchase the Ultimate Miracle Set or the roll-up bag special, they get 25 tickets. So that's just something fun that you can kind of factor in that I think makes a difference. And basically, what you want to do after that, after you kind of explain the tickets, is tell them that you are looking for 3 things today at the party. You are looking for customers, for women who would like to purchase and enjoy the best-selling product in the U.S. We've been #1 in skincare and color for 14 years in a row. And a lot of people don't realize that. Also, let me back up just by saying that after you tell your little ice story and go through your journey book, one of the things I like to do then as well is with your flip chart. In the beginning of this chart, I love how it talks a little bit about the company as a whole, about Pink changing lives, about how we have the company's built on the golden rule. We have the corporate recycling program. We've been around since 1963. So take the page in your flip chart like this and read just a couple of those facts and figures, because that really impresses people that we've been #1 for 14 years in a row, that we have the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation, which supports cancers that affect women and domestic violence, that we've got the recycling program and all these other wonderful things, and the fact that we've been around since 1963. So always share a couple facts like that. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So you want to tell the ladies there that you're looking for 3 things at today's party. You're looking for customers, women who love to purchase and enjoy the best-selling brand of skincare in the United States. #2, you're looking for women who would like to get their products at a discount or for free by sharing their second or PMS appointment with a couple of girlfriends. And women who like quality women like themselves, who like to make a little or a lot of extra money. And then you can just say something as simple as, watch me tonight and see if you could learn to do what I do. And you want to explain too how Mary Kay is different than other cosmetic brands because it saves you time. The skincare is quick and inexpensive. It takes, a minute a day, 2 minutes a day. And the fact that it saves you money, it prevents you from having that makeup drawer full of mistakes, because the fact that we have the buyback guarantee to fall back on, 100% satisfaction guarantee. And so anyway, you want to just explain those things, and then what we'll do is, at that point, you could go ahead and launch into the actual, body of the party, where you're going to be taking the flip chart and having them start with the products. So you would start with, let's see, I believe it's page 5 or 6. So you want to start with the Miracle Set, of course, always. And again, that's going to be on a separate video. The body of the party is a totally separate thing here. We're just focusing on start and finish. But basically, that's how you want to open that party, with sort of your expectations, what for them to look forward to and to sort of expect. Because the other thing that can happen at a party is, if you don't kind of lay the ground rules, I guess, so to speak, out, then sometimes the ladies can take over and talk a lot, and you're there for hours upon hours. So if you can kind of say, okay, I'm just going to get through this part so you can learn a little bit more, and I want you ladies to have a great time and also leave here feeling more beautiful, but I also want to be respectful of your time. So sometimes if you say, things like that, they'll understand to save the talking and save all the food and everything else till the end. And when you're closing with people individually, that's when they can converse and get together that way. So, okay, so let's say you do the body of the party, and then you're getting to the end. So one thing you want to do in between, like for instance for me, when I'm doing satin lips, while they're the first step is on and they wait for about 30 seconds or so for it to dry, what I like to do is play the referral game. Or you could do it whenever. It doesn't have to be during satin lips. But take the customer profile card like this, have them flip it over to the back, and see all these areas right here that they can write in. This is where you make it really, really fun. Because I'm telling you, ladies, you don't ever want to leave an appointment without any bookings, and you definitely don't want to leave without any referrals. Because referrals are the lifeline to your business. Think about it. I mean, doctors, dentists, everybody gets referrals, or else they wouldn't be in business. And so what you want to do is say, let the ladies know that you are on a mission to pamper 30 ladies this month and to get 30 opinions of the hot new Mary Kay products. And so for every name and number they write down of anyone they know that's overworked, stressed, and in need of some pampering, you will give them a ticket. And you give them like a minute or 2 minutes, kind of time it. Sometimes I've even played the Jeopardy music while they're writing down names and numbers to make it kind of fun. But basically, they jot down, get out their cell phones, and write down names and numbers of everybody. And give them ideas, friends, neighbors, people you go to church with, new moms that you might know of, people that are getting married, things like that. And what happens is the winning person with the most is going to get extra tickets, but everybody else still gets a ticket for every name and number that they write down. And you'd be surprised. I had one girl give me over 50 names and numbers. She actually ended up becoming a consultant after that. But, you know, there's most women give you an average of 5. Some people give you less. Some people give you more. But if you can walk out of there, let's say with 4 people at a party, and each of them gives you 5 referrals, that's 20 referrals. So even if the sales weren't that great, you're going to walk out of there with instant bookings and instant referrals. So anyway, you make it real fun, and you time them for a minute or two, have them write down everybody they can think of, and then you get back to, you know, finishing up with Fat and Lips and finishing up with the party. And then this is how you want to successfully close your party. First of all, you want to do what's called the table close. So you go around the room and have everybody, you know, basically say, oh, okay, how do you feel? How does your face feel? And what I like to do that I think is the most beneficial is have everybody go around the room, start with Susie, the hostess, and everybody say what they like the most about Susie's look. And before I even do that, I kind of give them a quick run through of what we did. I say, okay, you know, remember we started with the satin hands, then we did the eye makeup remover and the miracle set, including the microdermabrasion, and we did the liquid foundation, and then we did your colors, and, you know, ended with mascara and lipstick, you know, blah, blah, blah. But basically give them a quick run through again, and then have them go around the room, start with Susie, and say, okay, everybody, what do you all like most about Susie's look? And just let them talk. And you'd be surprised at how many people, I mean, Susie will, gosh, leave there feeling amazing, because she's like, oh, wow, I didn't, you know, maybe she really liked her lipstick, but she didn't know if she liked her eyes as much. But everyone else is saying, oh, Susie, your eyes just really stand out. So you go around and have everybody do that to each other. And then, you know, most of the time at this point, people are wondering 2 things. When can they get the products, and how can they pay for them? And if you are a consultant that has inventory, which if you're not, I'm sure you're working on getting that ASAP, because that is so very important. You have such an advantage, because it is so nice for women to be able to take home products with them that night. So I always explain to them, you know what, it's perfect, because I've got everything that you liked in my trunk, basically, and you can take it home with you tonight. And I take all forms of payment, you know, even including MasterCard, Discover, American Express, or I have the Beauty on a Budget plan, also known as the Honey Doesn't Have to Know Right Away plan, which is where you can split things up and get creative. And basically what I do at that point is I show them the fabulous travel roll-up bag, also known as the Mary Kay roll-up bag, I guess is what we all know of it as. So I don't have mine right in front of me, and I don't want to have to stop the video, but basically you hold it up. You know, it's got a hook at the top, so you would hold it up and you would lay it out and pull off each pouch and just romance the heck out of this bag. I want you to act like it is the best thing you've ever seen in your life, because it really is. If you use one yourself, especially if you travel, you know how great it is and how women will want this bag. So if you assume that every woman there should go home with this bag, you will sell a ton of these things, filled, of course. So what you want to do is just really romance the bag, talk about how great it is, talk about how if they travel or even if they don't, it's a great way to keep themselves organized, and all the products will fit in each of the pouches. They can customize it, and then when they do go on a trip, they can fit their toothbrush and their shampoo and everything else they need in this wonderful bag. And so what you want to do is use the beauty book insert that comes in the beauty books, and have them lay that out in front of them, and then go through the 2 sets the 2 specials of the evening. Special number 1, which is on the left-hand side, is the Ultimate Miracle Set. Now, let me just tell you, every woman there truly deserves to go home with the Ultimate Miracle Set. If they want a miracle in their skin, if they're concerned about aging, whatever, it's an amazing deal when you look at it. They get the cleanser, the moisturizer, the day and night solution, the microdermabrasion set, and a firming eye cream. So when they purchase that set and a foundation of their choice, then I say that they get the roll-up bag for free. And they're always like, ooh, wow, you know. Or the other special is they can choose any 4 sets off the right-hand side of the page, and they get the roll-up bag for free as well. But I really try to just focus on the Ultimate Miracle Set, because I think that's a great place for people to get started. And people really do truly get hooked on our fabulous skincare. So now what you want to do is, first of all, let's say You've just romanced the roll-up bag, and what I want you to do now is have everyone go around the room and close their eyes. And just say, we're going to play a quick game, just bear with me for a second. So have them close their eyes and say, okay, I want you to imagine that you walk into your closet, don't trip over anything, and I want you to pick out your favorite outfit, something maybe for a special occasion, something that you splurged a little too much on, maybe that you wore to a wedding or just a special occasion in general. And I want you to think about whether it's a dress or a pants suit or whatever it is. I want you to think about the whole ensemble, including any jewelry you bought for it, any new shoes, accessories, purse, whatever it was, okay? You got that in your head? All right, then I have them open their eyes and I say, first of all, how much have you worn that out, or I'm sorry, you say first, without saying this out loud, I'm sorry, I had it right the first time. How much have you worn the outfit in the last year? And just go around and ask everybody at the table. The average answer is once or twice. And then you say, no, you don't have to answer me out loud, but how much have you spent on that outfit? And most people, they won't really say it out loud, but they know it's at least $100 minimum. That's even if you're like a major bargain shopper. And how much have you worn it? 1 or 2 days a year. So it's sat in your closet 363 or 4 days, and you spent X amount on it. And more than likely it's going to go out of style, or you're never going to wear it that much anyway. And then you think about your face. Your face is one of the more important features that you have, and you are going to have it for the rest of your life. And it truly is, one of the best parts about you. And so basically, as women, sometimes we never think twice about going and buying a pair of shoes or splurging on an outfit, but when it comes to our face, sometimes we can skimp a little bit. So really you have to think of your face as an investment. And we always end with makeup, and makeup always makes us look great and feel great and look pretty, but truly makeup makes you look good 10 minutes from now, and skincare makes you look good 10 years from now. So just think about that. And that's how I like to kind of do that table close with everybody, really getting them thinking about the Ultimate Miracle Set and the roll-up bag special. And then what you want to do at this point is meet with everybody individually. This is so key. So what I normally do is I have Susie, the hostess, go to the kitchen, get her refreshments or snacks together, and then I take each person individually with me into the living room, and I say, okay, who wants a ticket? The first person that comes to me gets a ticket. And you explain to them the reason why you want to meet with them individually is to thank them and to really find out what they personally liked. And it's just a lot better, I think, to have that personal connection, because a lot of times, if someone wants to purchase something, or if they have questions or whatever, they might be embarrassed, or they may not ask in front of a group. So it's so important to meet with them individually. And the main reason why you want to do that is to get them booked for their second appointment and to also close the sale. So this is what you want to say to her, okay? Let's say her name is Janice. Janice, thank you again so much for coming tonight. I really, really enjoyed you being here and enjoyed meeting you. Did you have a good time? Okay. Do you have any questions? Did I answer everything for you? Okay, and then you can say, Janice, tell me, how does your face feel? And while you're doing that, touch your own face. Isn't it amazing? And this is after only one night. Can you imagine how great your skin's going to feel, every day using these great products? Okay, Janice, you know your situation better than I do, so tell me, does the Ultimate Roll-Up Bag better suit your needs for tonight, or would you like to just stick with the Miracle Set? And then just shut up. Don't say anything. Because the first person who speaks is the one that's going to take the most product home. So ask her that question, and then just don't say a word, because she'll tell you, what she's thinking. And she may want to, talk to you a little bit more if you do have inventory on hand, and if you know and trust this person, you can also potentially offer a little bit of a payment plan where they do half now and half later. But anyway, so basically write up her order. And the most important thing you want to do at this point is to go ahead and book her for her second appointment. And you can say, okay, Janice, I noticed on the back of your profile card here that you wrote down 7 names and numbers. Wow, that's great. Okay, so okay, Janice, so instead of me calling all these 7 ladies you wrote down, why don't you give them a quick call and invite them all over at the same time, and then that way you can get hostess credit. Because I know, Janice, that you got the Ultimate Miracle Set tonight, but I know that you really liked that lipstick color and that eyeliner, so that would be a great way to get those things for free at your second appointment. So once you book her for that, get at least a tentative date set with her. And then lastly, you always want to make sure that you give out some sort of team building material, whether it's the Perfect Opportunity CD, whether you set up a time with you and your director to do a three-way call, whether you give her the hotline number, a brochure, something. And you never want to prejudge. You just want to say, Janice, I'm working on a challenge to get Sharp Women's feedback of this CD. If you wouldn't mind just to take this home, it's about 15 minutes. I'd love to get your feedback, and then I'll put you into a drawing for $1,000 cash. And just hand it to her. And there you go. Honestly, ladies, it is so simple. You have just completely worked your business full circle. You've held the party, you've booked future parties and bookings from that party, you've sold product, and then you've shared the opportunity and given them team building information. And if you will do that at every appointment that you do, every single goal and dream that you ever have for your business will come true. It's just learning how to master these skills and staying consistent and really packing power into your start and your finish, or your opening and close of your parties and your facials. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Just remember, I'm always here to help you. I am cheering you on, and I know you're going to have powerful parties. And just remember to always focus on working your business full circle. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.